It has been very hot, busy, but lots of fun. This is my summer vlog. Oh, go away there. Right, hello. You join me at my syndicate. Very wet syndicate, which is a bit of a shock to the system after what feels like months of just bright sunshine, just blue skies, you know, high pressure, all the normal excuses that we have when we're not catching. So yeah, I'm down for an overnighter, which is what I've mostly done this year. Not fished as much as I would have liked, but yeah, I've got it in while I could, on here anyway. But it's looking really good for a bite now. Like, we've got a low pressure front. It was pouring with rain. It's just sort of slowing down now, which is ideal because I'm about to get all my kit out. I've been looking at like the central zones, I suppose, of the lake. It's a very square lake, but yeah, there's sort of a good few swims in a row down this one bank. So I'm just sort of deciding which swim to go on this bank. I've seen a couple show out there in the middle, so really good sign. So yeah, let's decide where to go. Go get some kit. Whoa. Right, as you can tell from the lights, it has very quickly got dark. It's yeah, it's mad how quick the nights start drawing in. So at the very end of August at the moment, yeah, like I say, the nights are starting to draw in, and got the rods out. I did film the bag going out. I sort of just, yeah, whacked it out to that central zone. Got a nice drop off it from it. It's quite clean out there. I did film the left-hand rod going out, but memory card was full and I didn't realise. So I got back to the camera and it was done. So yeah, you haven't seen that one going out, but that's gone just to the left of it, same range. And then I didn't put any bait out, and then I got a phone call from Steve, who's down on like the road bank. Yeah, and he'd had one, 31, 32. So yeah, great start for him. He literally would have been out an hour. So I didn't put any bait out, had some food. Yeah, come back, and then yeah, I've just put out sort of 13, 14 spawns. All went out pretty nicely. Again, didn't film it because it was dark, or, you know, very close to getting dark, which is the ideal time really. There is a lot of birds and stuff in here. So this time next week, it will be September, which for me, that's the start of autumn. So yeah, time to do the sort of summer ramblings. I won't cover it all right now, but if we rewind back to sort of June, the last time you would have saw me in my spring vlog, I was down what they call sort of Little Badgers. I did an overnighter in there, I think a week later. Yeah, I did a Sunday night, I think it was. Had fish all over me, to be fair, but come the morning, they're all gone and I had nothing. So no surprise there at the moment. Then on the glorious June the 16th, I returned to the drains with Moz. So I hinted towards this in my winter vlog. Couldn't say too much because basically we'd gone there, tried really hard. It was bloody cold, lots of moving. You know, it was really intense but really enjoyable. We just didn't get a carp, so really tricky fishing, very low stock. So we just had to return. So June the 16th is the obvious choice. So that's what we did. I don't want to ruin it because it's out there. You know, the film's out now, so you know, definitely give it a watch if you haven't. Really chuffed with how it's come out. But we returned and yeah, it came good. So like I say, really pleased with how it came out. It was really enjoyable doing it. Just something really different. Like you wouldn't think it was even in the UK. Some of it looked very sort of Dutch-like. But yeah, really enjoyed that one. Then a week after that, I think it was, towards the end of June, did a little bit of product filming at Merrington. Yeah, with Mozza, Dean, and Chopper Dylan, which he's now known as. And then did an overnighter later that week. I think it was Friday night. I managed a little stocky, so out of a swim called Patio. Yeah, just did the night. First thing in the morning, like 6 in the morning, off it went, and it was a lovely little scaly stocky. So yeah, it was a nice result because I knew that I wouldn't be back for probably the whole of July, which is how it worked out. It was my little girl's birthday. Went on holiday to Devon for a week, which was very much needed. Just a nice little breakaway. Yeah, really good. And then towards the end of July, we had a whole week of product filming. I say filming, it was, you know, the whole content, photos, video, just got loads done at a lake called Skylark in Cambridgeshire, so it's nowhere near me, never heard of it. But yeah, it was a cool little lake. I say little, it's a decent size. There's a good few of us there. I think 8 of us were there, something like that. So we spread out all around the lake. We split up into like each half of the lake, and I actually came first out the draw, which is a rarity for me. I don't normally do very well on draws. And we actually got to fish. So while we were there, you know, the beauty of it is you're filming all your product behind your swims pretty much. Have a social in the evening and stuff. But yeah, got the rods out, and I actually managed a few. The swim I was fishing, there was a big sort of reed bed opposite. So basically I put 2 rods there, walked around and was just sort of spreading boilie, just throwing it over the reeds, just really nice, simple fishing straight bottom baits. And then I had another rod just off the left. And I had one the first morning. I think I basically had a bite every morning. Yeah, I had 3 or 4 fish. And then the biggest fish actually came off the left rod, which had been in the water for over like 24 hours. Just left it out there because it wasn't doing anything. Yeah, poor Dylan next to me, I think he had 15 bream, 16, maybe even more than that bream. I didn't have any, luckily. I think I was because I was fishing shallower water. But yeah, the last fish I had was on the last morning, 26, I think it was. Yeah, lovely mirror. Really enjoyable week. Got loads done. I was itching to get back to the syndicate, but I still couldn't because I had another little event on, which was the annual YouTube bloggers match / social. It's more of a social, but they call it a match. Biggest fish wins. And that was actually back at Merrington. So obviously I had a sneak peek when I did the product filming. But that didn't really go to plan. So I come out all right in the draw. Got a swim that I pretty much wanted, which is sort of middle of the lake. I thought it'd be a good option. In hindsight, I wish I'd gone more towards like the islands end, where there's a couple of islands. That's where the fish were kind of holding. It's not a huge lake, again, quite shallow. But yeah, really enjoyable, like really good social with, you know, a load of guys at a similar mind frame, you know, they've all got cameras, they're everywhere. Yeah, it's always really enjoyable. I've done a few now. But yeah, just a big blank for me. So yeah, that brings us up to the end of July. But I'll leave it there. Hopefully we get something tonight. And the next time you see me is with a fish, not blabbing on about my summer. Come on, the fish. We've got one. And pretty early, it's just gone sort of 10 o'clock. Yeah, right hand rod. And the bottom bait tipped with a little bit of white. Yeah, sort of, yeah, to have one this quick is good, but it's not a monster, but he's more than welcome. One of the stockers probably. There he is. Yeah, mid-double. As they say, one for the future, but he actually is, you know, look at the just depth of him and everything. Quite pale at the moment. Obviously the lights don't help, but yeah, the water's a bit coloured, so they're a bit pale, but yeah, mega chuff of him. It's been a while since, yeah, I've had one, but great start. Hopefully it continues. I've got another. Happy days, great result. I had a tench in the night. Also lost something, which I think was a tench or a really small carp. Just a couple of taps come off. Yeah, again, not a monster this one. Definitely good at catching stockers, but he's a lovely, lovely one. Slightly bigger than the last one. 18 pound. Look at that. Wicked fish. Good little overnighter. Yeah, buzzing. It's nice to finally get a couple of bites in sort of succession, really. I've been nicking bites here and there to actually, yeah, have a good little hit. Not a big hit, but more than happy with this one. Proper cool fish. Just as pretty both sides, to be fair. Do you know what? Let's give him a little flip round. Show you. Let's milk it. Oh, he's proper cool. Oh, look at that. So cool. Yeah. Chuff for that. Right, we've got more rain due, so yeah, we're getting back. And then, yeah, hopefully I can pack up soon, but I'll update you on the rest of my summer. Off you go, mate. Thank you very much. Oh. Right, so that fish, I forgot to mention, was on the same rod as the other one. Just this little simple setup. Yeah, kind of gone back to it this year, like I used to use it years ago. Everyone used a rig like this probably. Proper simple. Just a bit of Camatech semi-stiff, sort of 10 inches. A couple of blobs of putty on there, just to pin everything down. And then I've got a little Naturals flipper on there with a size 6 wide gate long shank, and then just a bit of hook silicone on the shank. I'm actually trying out the Pro Flow, so I've got hardened bottom bait on there, just tipped with a tiny bit of white, just to add a little bit of buoyancy and that little fleck of colour. Just sort of gone back to basics. Yeah, really simple. This was exactly the same rig, apart from using straight bottom baits at Skylark that I was on about. So yeah, obviously the last I mentioned was end of July. I had that YouTube bloggers match, and then we got into August, so my sort of filming calendar and everything else was, you know, a lot less in August. So I had a load of editing to do. So I was thinking, hopefully I get some fishing done. So I came down here and I did a night in Little Badgers, which is where I was in the spring. And where it gets its name, I actually saw a baby badger. Okay, loads of rummaging in the bushes, sort of in the night, like midnight. I had a look, like I thought it might be a deer or a badger, and it was a little baby badger. It was really cool. He was just sat there looking at me. So yeah, really cool to see. Didn't see any carp, unfortunately. Then I think I come down a week later, did an overnighter in Patio. Nothing for me. Again, a sawfish near me, definitely. Like, I think I was just off them. It's really weedy in that swim now. There's not a lot of options to sort of fish, and they were further out than I was. Anyway, I got to witness a 40 pounder. So it's actually the one I had a couple of years ago. It's my PB, and it was Adam's PB, so I managed to get some footage for him. Obviously, yeah, got some nice snaps, which is wicked to see. It was pretty much the same weight as when I had it as well. I think like 42. Yeah, just cool. One of the old ones, you know. Obviously, Adam was buzzing, understandably. Just, yeah, nice to witness it. I then did another overnighter in Patio the following week, I think like third week of August, and I lost one. So nothing all night, and then like first thing in the morning, off it went. And I was fishing like towards the reeds that are in that swim to the right. Yeah, just kited, went straight into the reed bed. I jumped in the boat, went out there, and by the time I got out there, the hook was in a reed stem. So yeah, reeds are just a natural disgorger, you know, they're perfect for popping the hook out, and unfortunately that's what happened. So I was gutted with that. Like, I just wounded, like, obviously I put a bit of effort in, and yeah, just for it to come off like that was frustrating. So that was like the bank holiday weekend. Then later that week, I actually went to Horseshoe with Dylan from Fox. So he does a lot of the carp fishing edges stuff. So we had to film a load of social media stuff.
Good.
Bingo.
We did some cooking stuff, which was nice, you know, got to cook up loads of lovely food and then eat it. Filmed it all, so we're going to do like recipes and stuff. That was cool, and I actually managed one from there. So I just put a couple of solid bags out, a little bit of bait over the top, and yeah, I think it was, yeah, in the morning, like 8, 9 o'clock, yeah, off it went. We saw a few fizzing out there.
Oh, they're laid there. There it is in.
And yeah, lovely 23-pound scaly one, so mega chuffed for that. Like, I always love going to shoe. Obviously I've got fond memories on there, I've got previous vlogs on there, and I really enjoyed it when I was a member. So maybe one day I'll join again, to be fair. There's so many 30s in there now. Like that bank holiday weekend, I think there was 15, 16 30s out, which is just nuts. Like when I was on there, I think I was on there like 2015, around then. There was about 8 to 10 30s in the whole lake. So they've really come through, and they're all lovely scaly ones. But yeah, that was that little trip out. So, you know, it was nice, got to get the rods out, and had a result. So that brings us kind of up to date to where we are now. And yeah, the autumn has started much better than how the summer went. Like I said, I probably did, what, 5 or 6 nights in the summer. And not a lot at all, just nipping in when I could, really. So I'm hoping to get out a bit more this autumn. There is a lot, I've got a lot of filming. Obviously autumn's a great time for filming, for fishing. So there is a lot in the calendar, but yeah, I'm gonna try and get down here a bit more if I can. Try and sort of string something together. So for now, I'm gonna start slowly packing up while the rain is eased. Yeah, I need to get going really in the next like hour. So still time for one. There's less shows this morning, but there's definitely activity out there, so you never know, might get one more.
Right, well, rods are on the floor.
everything's packed away. So yeah, last ditch attempt as you always do. But yeah, probably not going to happen now. I think they've maybe pushed off to where I was fishing. Who knows? But nice result, nice end to the summer. Hopefully we have a good autumn to look forward to. If it stays mild and we don't get too much rain, yeah, could be a good one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.